The EPA head, Scott Pruitt, spoke to Jake Tapper about Trump withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement, and I wanted to play for you the most ominous part of their exchange.
Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican from South Carolina, said that if the U.S. withdraws from the agreement, it would signify that President Trump does actually believe that climate change is a hoax, as he has tweeted. Does the president believe climate change is a hoax?
This is not about whether climate change is occurring or not. This is about making sure that America, as we negotiate CO2 reductions, that we do so with an America First approach. And that's why it was a bad deal for this country when it was signed. It's a bad deal today. It puts us at an economic disadvantage. The president has said unequivocally that he is committed to continue the discussions about CO2 reductions, but with America at the forefront in those discussions.
Just a last simple question for you, sir, and I do appreciate your time and I do appreciate your taking these questions. Is climate change a threat to the United States in any way?
Look, I mean, I think what we know is that we have procedures and statutes in this country that require us to take steps to reduce air pollutants, and we're going to continue that process. This was about international agreements that put this country at a disadvantage, and writing those agreements and making sure that we put America's interests first. That's going to continue, Jacob, as we go forward.
I hate this guy with a burning passion, and I hate politicians with a burning passion. He was asked two super straightforward yes or no questions, and he dodged and immediately started bullshitting. Here's how you answer the first question if the president thinks climate change is real. Jake Tapper asks, does the president believe climate change is a hoax? You go, no. Next question. No, he doesn't. He believes it's real. Next question. But you know why he didn't say that? Because President Trump doesn't think it's real. President Trump thinks it is a Chinese hoax. So that's why you dodge. That's why you have to turn into Neo from the Matrix. And then the next one is even scarier. So is climate change a threat to the United States? Quote, in any way. He wasn't even saying, hey, is it a dire threat? Is it a catastrophic threat? Is it so we need to immediately move in the other direction for the future and our fucking grandkids and their grandkids? A threat in any way. In any way is what he said. And Scott Pruitt couldn't bring himself to say yes. Yes, it is a threat. In some way, it's a threat. Now, I, as a conservative Republican, might not think it's as big of a threat as Al Gore or somebody on the left does, but hey, it's a threat. It is a threat. Is climate change a threat to the United States in any way? His response? That was his answer. That was his answer. These are not serious people. By the way, EPA head Scott Pruitt sued the EPA at least 14 times. He was the Attorney General of Oklahoma. I think it's Attorney General, but it may be something else in Oklahoma, but sued the EPA 14 times. He was against Obama's rules on increased protections for clean air and clean water. He questions the Clean Air and Clean Water Act. This is the kind of person that we're talking about here. He said on CNBC, carbon dioxide is not a primary contributor to global warming. What? He knows all the dumbass talking points that have been fed to him by big oil, and he just regurgitates them in every forum imaginable. But again, notice, he will never answer a question directly. That's the giveaway. He'll never answer a question directly. Hey, does the president believe climate change is a hoax? He couldn't just say no. Why? Because Trump does believe it's a hoax. Hey, is climate change a threat in any way? Well, you know, this is about statutes and laws and things, and yeah, whatever. Don't worry about it. Let me just throw a word salad at you, and then you look in the other direction and run. And it's hilarious that, you know, these guys think like, no, we're the straight shooters. Straight shooter my ass cheeks. That's the opposite of straight shooting, bitch. Okay, and just final point. This is the last point that climate science deniers make is the jobs. You know, we're going to lose jobs. And that's why it's bad. We're at a competitive disadvantage because jobs, it's gonna hurt jobs. Okay, no, it's gonna help jobs. You have a whole new field, a whole new boom waiting to happen with green technology and renewable technology. But these guys, but I mean the older jobs, fossil fuel and coal and stuff. Yeah, those are the jobs of the past. The Morse code industry also went under. This guy would have been out there arguing against the creation of the telephone. Because we're going to lose Morse code jobs. Forget the car. We got the horse and buggy. It's good enough. The jobs. We want to lose jobs. No more cars. This is the kind of argument that he's making. And it's dumb. It's just dumb. So we have a whole new field, a whole new blossoming industry. He wants to forego all the jobs and the patents and the money and the wealth creation over there and just jobs and climate change. Some say it's real, some say it's not real. I don't know. The head of the EPA, the head of the Environmental Protection Agency, thinks the environment is a hoax.